As for Connecticut, Al-Alfi jumps it up. AZ Fudd tracks down the basketball. Away we go.
You see Xavier starting out this game in his zone.
Sarah Strong faces up. Bottled up momentarily, and that's a foul. Here's Coach Auriemma, the Hall of Famer, 12-time national champion, creeping closer to 1,300 career wins, the most all-time. Nice cut to the basket by Shade, banks it in, plus the foul.
Hard cuts lead to open opportunities. Ashlyn Shade running shoulder to shoulder with Al-Alfi, gets her defender hit, gives her just enough time and space to get over and give her a chance at the finish.
We were at Connecticut shoot-around this morning, and Coach Auriemma pointed under the basket, we can wreak havoc with opposing defenses.
That's what makes UConn so special, is not only do they have post players that can play down low and bang in the post, but they also have guards who can finish in the post. And when you go up, you're not just focused on getting fouled, you're focused on the finish, shoulder square to the basket, and going up strong.
Xavier, second to last in the Big East in scoring, just over 60 a game. They don't shoot the ball that efficiently. Will need to hit shots to hang with UConn. Tough shot by Givens. Collected by Al-Alfi. Fudd runs the show. Ball screen, that's an offensive foul on AZ Fudd.
This is where Xavier has to take advantage of early opportunities coming into a place like Gamble. It is so loud in here. A lot of energy in the building, so whenever UConn makes a mistake, has a turnover, you have to try to come down and have a really solid possession. Xavier needs to meet every single pass because UConn is so aggressive getting into passing lanes.
Connecticut graduate class of 2024, Aaliyah Edwards inducted into the Huskies of Honor. A half hour before tip-off, 8 o'clock start tonight. White step back jumper, knocks it down.
Patience from Xavier, very key in this game. Trying to spread the floor, get good ball reversals to get the defense in rotation.
2-3 look again. Strong in rhythm three. Al-Alfi bats the basketball. It's loose. Hustle by Shade. Xavier with the stop. Musketeers hold their opponents to 64 a night. Connecticut, second best scoring unit in the nation. Excellent off-ball cut and finished by Kanerva.
The spacing by Xavier is excellent. They have enough time and room for cutters to make their move to the rim.
The sophomore from Finland, Mary Kanerva. Fudd at the elbow, lob pass. Al-Alfi tracks it. Shade three-pointer. Rebound to Noel.
Xavier's done a good job keeping UConn to one and done the last couple of possessions.
Oborilova. Shade has been everywhere on both ends early. Connecticut 39% three-point shooting team. Fudd wants a turn. Now Connecticut 0 of 3 from deep in the early going. Coach Chambers discussed, we know they will pick up full court pressure. Hands by Arnold. In the pocket, Xavier can't counter. Arnold leaks out, wearing the mask, a broken nose back at the end of December. Last touched by the Musketeers. Connecticut ball.
Xavier's taking really quick shots and that they're rushing the shots. They've actually been pretty open on the attempts. They just got to take a breath and really get into a rhythm when it comes to getting those open looks.
They've held UConn to 1 of 4 shooting on the defensive end. You'll take that start any day when you enter this loud house. Fudd is open after kicking it in. Huskies now 0 of 4 from deep. Fudd slashes to the rim. That's an excellent second chance play by Connecticut.
When your three-point shooters can't get their first two to fall, you just got to get to the rim, see the ball go through the basket, get ready for the next opportunity from 3. AZ Fudd, memory of the goldfish. You don't want to remember the misses, only the makes.
Good hands once again. Connecticut averages more than 15 steals a game. Arnold, Euro, lay, good.
Did you see how she just stopped time essentially with that Euro? Unbelievable.
Noel on the run out, just leaked in front of the coverage.
I love the pace that Xavier's playing with right now, pushing the ball even on a make, doesn't let UConn get set up in his defense.
Last time out for Xavier, a loss to Georgetown at home, trailed by just 3 at half, and Coach Billy Chambers said, we've been in games in the fourth quarter, and we let them slip away. Shade on the extra pass. Connecticut 0 of 5 now from deep. A lot of energy in the building with the Edwards induction. Sarah Strong received a basketball in honor of her 1,000 career points, notched against Notre Dame. Even at 6. Ball screen. Canerva up fake, now leans in and scores.
I love how poised Canerva staying down low. Even when Fudd goes up trying to contest, she just stays for a half second, lets the defender blow by her, and then gets a more open look.
Canerva was a Big East All-Freshman selection a year ago, nation's leader in assists. Sarah Strong, nothing but net.
Great job by UConn attacking the gap. Strong just snuck into an open place, wide open.
Constant communication by Gino Auriemma with his bench as Ali Zabel heads to the scores table. If you're just joining us, no Sarah Williams and no Blanca Quinones tonight. Front court is a bit dismantled. Noel baits the defense, will shoot 2.
Watch the patience here. Defense goes up, throw up a pump fake. She gets AZ Fudd out of the air and is able to finish. Sarah Strong finding the open gap in the zone, just sneaks right up there to the elbow extended, has all day to get the shot off.
Noel gets to the free throw line a ton. 34th in the country in free throws made. Sinks her 88th of the year. Xavier with the lead early, and there is your injured front court for tonight. Quinones and Williams.
Williams has done such a good job coming to UConn into a new role. When she was at Wisconsin, she was the go-to player, got to touch every possession. She's in more of a role player role here at UConn, but still, she's learned how to play under these conditions, and she's been huge because she provides an inside presence, and she draws so much attention from the defense, it gives open opportunities for 3.
Open triple for Connecticut, still 0 for. You noted this in shoot-around, a chance with Strong to play the 5, and Connecticut possibly to go small with the injury. Still 0 for from deep. Noel scratches and claws for the board.
UConn's getting good looks from 3. They're just not dropping.
No doubt.
Man, I love how hard KK Arna plays. She just dives on the floor for loose ball. She's such a menace defensively. Watch this, just like she's Batman right there, flying in, creating a play. How hard you play and little things like that, hustle plays, pay off in dividends just to give your team momentum.
5 steals for Arnold in the first meeting when these two teams faced each other at the end of November. Arnold is relieved for Heckel, who had 2 steals last time out, a win against Seton Hall. That victory over Xavier at the end of November was by 65 points. Noel contested J, just grazes the iron. Heckel to orchestrate some offense. Fudd catching fire. Now 0 for 8, UConn from deep.
Still getting good looks, they're just simply not dropping.
Connecticut attempts 24 threes a game for the year at 39%, 4th in the nation. There's a lid on the rim early. Xavier's fine with that. Loose ball, hustle play by Shade again. 4v4. Strong puts the head down. Teardrop, yes. Nasty. There's the ball pressure by Shade, saves it. Heckel dives on the deck. Huskies everywhere. Shade, Heckel, outlet, Fudd 3-pointer. Few trickles.
This is what Coach Auriemma said. Even when they don't make shots on offense, when they get stops defensively, it creates so much havoc and gets the opponent totally out of sorts. Watch that play by Sarah Strong. Are you kidding me?
He admitted to you it's been a challenge. Just Strong with a huge denial underneath. With under 4 to go in the first. Take a look at Connecticut's numbers from 3. If you just hopped into the action, they're 0 for 9, but you like the look so far.
Look, they're getting great opportunities and looks from 3. They're simply not dropping. So how you get them to drop is by getting opportunities at the rim. Try to get the defense to collapse a little more so everybody has time to get into their threes, into their rhythm.
AZ Fudd on the bench now for Connecticut. Heckel and Arnold in the backcourt. Still a zone look by the Musketeers. Strong on the feed, right back into her. Power dribble with the left, up with the right, and in. Sarah Strong just deadly. 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting.
Strong is impossible to defend down low in the paint, especially when she gets any sort of position.
Had the defense before the media break. This time commits a foul, and that's a nice finish by Savannah White in the paint.
Xavier is being so aggressive getting to the rim. UConn has to move the ball with a little bit of pace against this zone, and right there you give Strong the ball with an opportunity, enough space on that right side to finish. And White just being aggressive, getting downhill. Xavier's not playing with any fear right now in this game. They have great spacing offensively. They're sharing the ball, moving with pace, but they've been really strong with the ball. UConn's defense has not flustered them. The last time these two met, Xavier had 31 turnovers. So far tonight, doing a really good job taking care of the ball, only 3.
And White did not play in that game, missed it due to an undisclosed injury. Team's leading rebounder, that plays a part at the very least to try and wear Strong down. Fudd in traffic, outlet, 3-ball, Zabel. Connecticut 0 for 10 from distance. Crowd is antsy in a tie ball game. Heckel gets the hands in. Now Xavier settles. Audia Young, redshirt junior from Tallahassee, bottled up momentarily, gets it out. Canerva, 3-pointer, swirls in.
Xavier continues to stay patient right now. Even when UConn throws a double team, they're making their passes, they're meeting their passes, but they're staying strong and square to the floor.
Canerva now up to 25 made threes to lead Xavier. Outlet pass, Heckel save, trickery back inside, and Strong is fouled. All started with Heckel's hustle.
Strong is like a maestro in the middle of the floor of the zone right now. You throw her the ball, she's just like, boom, let me get to the corner with one hand. Let me throw it across the court. She's trying to get the defense to shift. When you move the ball quickly, it forces the defense to get into rotation and gives you open opportunities.
The adjectives are endless for Sarah Strong.
Baby Jokic.
That was good.
As her coach calls her. Although, coach did say today.
What's that?
That Stephanie Dolson was Jokic before Jokic.
He did say that. We don't have that on tape, but take our word for it. Strong now up to 8 points. The Big East's leading scorer. Also tops in field goal percentage, steals, and blocks. Arnold takes a whack to the face. She has the mask on because of the nose injury at the end of last year, meaning the 2025 calendar year, shaken up on the play. Xavier figures we got to make them feel us a bit.
Oh, yeah. Arnold is so aggressive defensively, and she's made massive plays down the stretch here, but
Under review to determine if the contact was deemed unnecessary. The personal foul by Xavier, number 13, has been deemed unnecessary. Therefore, the personal foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. Any eligible player for Connecticut will shoot 2 shots. Connecticut will receive a throw-in after the free throws at the midcourt line.
Azzi Fudd is human. She had hit 40 free throws in a row. Pretty incredible. Still 33 for 34 on the year.
And as a three-point shooter, when you haven't been able to knock one down, the best way to get yourself going is going to the foul line, getting that form back.
Connecticut 0 for 10 from deep. Strong says, all right, fine. Free throw line J, pretty. 10 points for Strong.
She is like the key to the middle right now in that zone, right at the free throw line. Every single time UConn hits her, she scores or gets her teammates in a position to score.
Fudd and Strong dig in. Sarah Strong causes the out of bounds on the sideline. Despite the fact Xavier has turned it over 5 times in the first 8 minutes, the Musketeers trail by just 2.
The aggression on defense by UConn is what makes them so good, and this is where they start to go on runs. Xavier has to make sure they keep UConn to one and done this possession.
Heckel dribble drive, outlet, Zabel gets him off the schneid. First 3 in 11 tries for number 11. Meanwhile, the ball pressure is just suffocating by Gino Auriemma's squad.
You knew a 3 was going to go down eventually for UConn. They've gotten such good looks. They've moved the ball well. You knew one was eventually going to fall, and right there you see multiple blue jerseys drawn to the baseline off the dribble, and Zabel is right there ready for the shot.
Zabel made a career high 5 threes against Xavier in that 65-point win in November. Noel's got the rock. Crowd is engaged. Loose ball. Heckel's on the deck. Scoops it over to Fudd. Has 3 to beat. Shot is blocked. Naismith from behind Xavier ball, shovel feed in the paint. White does the rest.
The spacing continues to be elite for the Musketeers. They're moving the ball well, but the cuts have been hardened to open spaces.
Lob pass off the fingertips of Zabel. Xavier ball.
Kaylee Heckel has been all over the floor all season long for UConn, but diving for the floor. Look, this was a great hustle getting back by Nan Smith. Good to see KK Arnold back in the game.
Crowd lets her know. Good to see you.
She's tough, man.
Connecticut with the steal. Shade thought about it. Zabel has the hot hand off the heel. Connecticut shooting just 42% from the floor. Noel give it up. Strong the rebound. Now has 3 in the ball game with 10 points. Double team on Zabel. Scatters out of traffic. Strong fake the pass out. Swish.
Sarah Strong looks like she's playing against high schoolers whenever she's in there, especially in the zone. The way that she creates space for herself, elevates over everybody. She looks like a pro out there.
Now with the injuries to Sarah Williams and Blanca Quinones, Coach Auriemma figured maybe more shot looks for Strong and Fudd. Zabel with the hands, cookies. Numbers for Connecticut, bounce pass Fudd. Out of reach.
UConn is playing so fast whenever they do get a steal, trying to get back and create a transition opportunity, but they're almost playing a little too fast. Watch here. You can't give Sarah Strong that much space.
5 turnovers for Connecticut in the last 2.5 minutes. Dribble drive over Strong, and Canerva is denied. The Musketeers have put a little fright into the Connecticut Huskies, who did not shoot it well in the first. A 5-point lead for Connecticut after 1. It's the Big East on Peacock. This team 10 years ago, Nafisa Collier and Katie Lou Samuelson, going back to 2016. The deflections by Connecticut have disrupted Xavier, but they've hung in there. Down 5.
Xavier's done a good job meeting passes, and they've slowed down. They haven't let UConn's defense speed them up on offense.
Mackenzie Givens circles out of traffic in the hands of Noel. 4 points early on. Fudd draws the assignment. Noel with the spin, flips it up. Offensive rebound. White, the dish. Strong the hands. Arnold is on the move. Back into Strong. 12 first quarter points. Bulldozes in. Fall away. Nothing but net again. Lethal.
No notes.
6 of 7 from the floor.
We're past that 6-7 thing, right?
That's over.
Thank goodness.
But you just brought it up, kind of. White dances with the rock. Zabel digs in. Shot clock down to 5. Canerva notices the clock. Maybe not. Now she does. And hits.
I'll tell you what, Canerva has been so locked in and dialed offensively. She's making the right reads. She's playing with a ton of confidence, but she's taking her time on the shots. Nothing has been rushed yet.
Second triple for Mary Canerva, the sophomore from Finland. Strong reverse lay. I'd keep going to her if I was her teammates.
Know what? You can make a lot of money as a coach with that type of suggestion.
She has 16 of Connecticut's 26.
Right now, UConn's giving Sarah Strong enough room to just ISO and go to work because she's been so good one-on-one. They're also finding her in the zone, in the gaps, and she's having room to get the shot off. What's impressive about Strong's game, especially down low,
Connecticut will receive their timeout back, plus the throw-in on the sideline with the new 30-second shot clock.
All right, very good. Angelica Suffren delivering the goods. Successful appeal by Coach Auriemma. Possession to Connecticut. Let's take a look at the upcoming basketball schedule here on Peacock. Here is your men's slate coming up Saturday and early next week. Number 2, Connecticut outlasted Providence last night here at Campbell. $2 adult beverages with no classes. I'm sure they were very quiet
that'll make
and
for
tame.
a good atmosphere, yeah. Great cut.
We should have came here last night. There is Heckel. Delivers on the block. Now, Connecticut is not shooting it great from three. 13 of the 24 attempts are from deep. Still 50% shooting, 12 buckets, 10 assists for the nation's leader in dimes per game.
Watch how aggressive UConn's playing right now defensively, forcing Xavier's offense all the way out near half court.
They come up with a stop. 8 steals in this first half. Heckel emerges. Now settled half-court offense until Strong takes it in. Scored and the foul. 18 for Strong on 8 of 9. No, they will not counter the basket. It's an offensive foul.
Xavier continues to make the right reads. Defensive getting down, and right there, who is it? None other than Mary Canerva. Sliding over, making the right play, getting to the spot, and getting set.
Second personal foul on Strong. Noel dashes to the iron. In rhythm, Canerva. Rebound, Givens. Happy feet. Travel.
Sarah Strong defensively has been so staunch, especially down in the paint. Just using her size and her wingspan to alter the shots around her.
Jana Alfie checks in for Sarah Strong. So she gets a breather, also with the 2 fouls. Connecticut tonight without Sarah Williams due to an ankle injury. No Blanca Quinones. That shoulder is nagging, the one she missed 2 games from in the preseason.
Great pass.
Another offensive foul? Yes, indeed.
Xavier is playing a really smart game right now defensively. The help side defense is sliding over to make sure they're there on any sort of drive from UConn. And so far, they've gotten back-to-back charges called.
It's misleading because it felt like, why is UConn still over here? Because they're going to pick up full court press, as they have from the start of the game.
Xavier needs to hit the middle and not try to dribble through the press. You got to move quickly with passes.
Well, Billy Chambers, third-year head coach, told us pretty good job against pressure since the game against UConn in November. Shade finds the angle, Bank can't hit, loose ball. And it stays here. Connecticut basketball. But this is a different beast, even though Xavier has demonstrated progress. You get thrown right back in the blender, whether it's in stores or in Cincinnati.
No one likes moral victories, but the fact that Xavier was only down 5 after the first quarter says a lot about the progress they've made since the first time these two teams met, and the final score was 104-39.
3 wins in league play, including one on the road January 4th at Georgetown. Heckel, a crisp pass.
Beautiful.
Nicely done to set up Zabel, who has both Connecticut threes.
Paint touches lead to open 3-point opportunities. Heckel draws multiple players and gets Zabel an open opportunity.
Passes picked off. 10 steals for Connecticut. Arnold sets up shot. Fake the DHO. Shot clock down to 10. Shade to Alfie. Man goes down. Couldn't hit.
That's a good play on by the officials.
Adia Young, Tallahassee native, redshirt junior, on an island. Here's Noel, 4th leading scorer in the conference, has just 4 on 1 of 6 shooting. Getting some boos because of excessive contact on Arnold back in the first. And a mishap. Turnover, Xavier.
The ball pressure from UConn and the denial on the next pass has been so difficult for Xavier to reverse the ball.
Back into the game for the Huskies.
Waiting to see if they allow the sub here. Fudd and Strong at the scorer's table. Yeah, you guys can come in. Come on in. There you go. Shade and Al Alfie to the bench. Connecticut ranks 3rd in the nation in turnover margin. Xavier with 14 giveaways already. Fudd on the cut. Altered at the rim. Superb by Canervos. Hit threes and guarded here. Halfway point of the second quarter. Another turnover.
Xavier's been at its best offensively when they can drive into the paint and get Connecticut's defense in rotation. The Huskies have not allowed any ball reversals in the last couple of minutes. They're getting into passing lanes, they're hard denying, and Xavier's being really hesitant with the ball. So they can't get reversals and they can't get the defense to rotate.
Down just 11. Well, Connecticut's won all 11 of their Big East games by at least 36 points. One of their 2 largest margins of victory was at Xavier by 65. In the pocket, Heckel, swing it, Zabel again. Yes! She has all 3 Connecticut 3-pointers. You said one would eventually go in. She has taken the torch.
UConn shooting 39% from 3 as a team. They can make a shot or 2 from out there.
Noel is tripped up on the baseline.
Once again, Kaylee Heckel has been the ultimate playmaker. Her passes are perfect. They're crisp, they're hard, they're right into Zabel's shooting pocket, so all she has to do is flick her wrist.
14 buckets for Connecticut, 12 assists. Poetry on offense. Fudd. Again, Zabel. Book it! Zabel is in his zone. Timeout, Xavier.
The unselfish play. This is a UConn team that leads the nation in assists because they give up a good shot for a great shot. Moving the
10 from deep. Since 4 of 6, Zabel has all 4 threes. All 7 of her attempts are from behind the line. Former McDonald's All-American, 2-time Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year, Allie Zabel, just a sophomore. 4 across for Xavier to break this press. They cross the timeline. Givens has the rock back, fires a 3. Heckel's played with nice pace in this first half of action. Well, he checks. Zabel thought about it. They stay in system. Fudd moves off the ball, opens up strong. Oh, yeah.
There's just too many weapons on UConn. Everybody can shoot, everybody can get to the rim, and everybody can defend. That's why they're the #1 team in the country.
19 for Strong. Givens for 2 on the pretty fadeaway. Just a rampage, up to 18. Strong shot stopped by White.
That was a big stop for Xavier. This is the point of the game where you can't let UConn blow it completely open. You have to take really good shots, slow down the game, try to make this a half-court game because UConn's making this pace way too fast and they're getting way too many possessions.
Savannah White did not play in the first meeting. The senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, transferred in from Indiana State, started her career at Wisconsin. Shot clock is down to 5. Canervas hit a pair of threes. How about a third one? Ball is saved and it's coming our way out of bounds. Coming up on the Jeep Halftime Report, we'll check in with Mike Florio and Chris Sims over at PFT Live for an early Super Bowl preview. Megan and I will break down the first half of play. Stay with us for the Jeep Halftime Report coming up at the break.
We could also break down the Super Bowl.
Let's go Pats.
I was going to say, I knew you were rooting for the Patriots. I feel like everybody in this building is very happy about what's going on in New England.
We may talk about the Super Bowl. See what I did there? May?
I did. Oh,
yeah,
that was well done.
yeah.
Well done. Took me a beat.
Had to help you recover there.
Yeah. No, my bad.
Should be a doozy. We come up on 2 to go in the first half of action. That's travel. 17 turnovers for Xavier. Ball pressure. So disruptive.
And it makes Xavier play a lot faster than it needs to.
Givens, the sophomore, local product from Cincinnati, picks up Arnold. Xavier in the zone. Zabel, number 5. Oh, yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers for Ali Zabel in the first half. That ties a career high.
The person closest to Ali Zabel can't leave her. They've got to stay a step into contest range. Because right now, Xavier is not getting out there in time on the flight of the ball. When you're in a zone, you have to move on the flight of the ball. The moment the ball gets thrown in the air, you got to run to the next area.
They figured it out from behind the arc. Connecticut 0 for 10 to start the day. Zabel, twice in her career, just as a sophomore, hit 5 3-pointers, both times before tonight against Xavier. Something about the Cincinnati air coming to UConn.
Kaylee Heckel plays so hard on defense. She is on the floor constantly, whether it's giving a deflection, diving on the floor for a loose ball, wreaking havoc and staying in front of her man. She's been excellent in this game, just trying to create a little juice on the defensive end.
.1 lead. Zabel with 15. Her season high is 16. Fudd. She's yet to find it tonight. Fudd now 0 of 6, 1 of 9 overall.
If you want to know what Coach Oriam is going to say to AZ Fudd?
Keep shooting?
Keep shooting.
Got it right.
She's shooting more than 44% from 3. AZ Fudd can keep shooting.
42% for her career. Fudd is creeping up on 1,400 career points. Zabel in the paint. Heckel snakes free. It's Heckel 3-pointer. There was shade on the dish. Second chance now for Connecticut. Reset on the shot clock. Final minute, first half. Heckel, as the seas part, barrels in to Noel. Offensive foul. Third Connecticut team foul.
You see Xavier actually got a hand in there and she just lost the ball momentarily.
Backdoor, Noel, scoop and score. Shot clock is off. This was a 5-point game at the end of 1. Connecticut leads this second quarter 21-7. Fudd. Now it's Heckel. Pull up. Weak side shade. It's Xavier ball. It's a 19-4 Huskies run over the last 8 minutes and 15 seconds.
UConn's been able to wreak havoc with their turnovers and scoring quickly.
Turns into an avalanche. Noel could not get there. At recess, Connecticut leads Xavier by 19. A 19-4 run to end the first half. It wasn't pretty early as far as the shooting touch. They cut the looks, but the Huskies still shoot 46% for the half. 17 field goals, 15 assists. Sarah Straw with 19. Zabel with 15 on 5 made threes. It's Big East basketball.
Because that looks like an elite win now on UConn's resume.
On the campus of Navy. Game was moved from Germany, and that was a good tilt. Connecticut pulled away, remains unbeaten at 21-0. Noel rattles the rim to get our second half started.
Noel elevates so high on that jumper as well, it's difficult to contest.
She's really enjoyed an increased role coming from the SEC. Ole Miss strong, the answer inside. 21 points for Sarah Strong.
Strong's been wide open all day in that center of the zone, and UConn's finding her.
First time in a while Strong has surpassed 20. Her Big East high this season is 25.
Watch Sarah Strong get into the gap right there. The Big East logo is wide open.
Year high for Strong is 29. Now up to 11 20-point games on the year. Not much room for Kanerva. Turns, fires, foul. And it's on Arnold, who got a piece.
Mary Kanerva to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And Mary Kanerva to the line, sophomore from Finland. Played for the nation's national team back in 2023 and 2025. Youth team representative prior to, so that overseas experience, we're seeing it more and more now make its way to the college game, men's and women's. When you play against adults in your early years, in theory, it makes it a little easier.
So many international players have come over here and been so successful in the college game because they're so used to playing against pros. They're playing against them since they're 13 years old.
Window shopping by El Alfie, her first points of the evening. Got the start, her first since the national title game last spring against South Carolina. In for injured Sarah Williams. Quinones also out, both players day-to-day with their injuries. Noel looks to find an angle, but she traveled.
The defense continues to be the calling card for UConn, making it really difficult for Xavier to move anywhere on the floor cleanly. AZ Fudd's getting into the passing lane, not allowing any room to dribble.
Here are the 2 absences tonight for Connecticut. Ankle for Williams, shoulder for Blanca Quinones.
Day-to-day, which is good news for the Huskies. This has been a next woman up mentality for this team, and it's good for players to get experience in conference play, playing a lot of minutes they wouldn't normally get, because it gives them confidence. Once March comes, you never know what's going to happen.
Arnold on the spray, right between the eyes. The bigs enjoy it. White up the other end of the floor, lost her dribble. See if Fudd can get going. 0 of 6 from deep in the
Great
first.
Pass.
Wow, on the money to Strong.
That was like a curve ball from a pitcher on the mound. Fantastic finish by Strong, but the pass made it elite.
Timeout. Billy Chambers and Xavier. That didn't take long. A 9-3 run by Connecticut.
UConn plays a beautiful brand of basketball. The unselfish play, the curveball. Are you kidding me, AZ Fudd?
Strike 3. Prior to tonight's game, a new Husky of Honor, Aaliyah Edwards, was recognized by the Stores and UConn community. Her name is up in the rafters to join some of the other all-time greats in Connecticut women's basketball history. She's in awe of it, had a beautiful pregame speech to the crowd, and Aaliyah Edwards is joining us now. Thanks for being here. Congratulations. How you feeling?
Thank you so much. I feel ecstatic, like just being in this environment again, especially doing this home in Gamble. It feels so good.
We got to talk about the dress you're wearing here, because to come out, I mean, hello, where did we get this? Where is this fit from?
Shout out to my homegirl back home in Toronto. This is her brand right here, if we could zoom in. I don't know if the camera's going to catch that. But yeah, shout out to my girl Suki for sure. It's my UConn jersey. She remade it, especially with my Canada jersey as well at the bottom. So that's a little attachment at the bottom. But and then I got this chain from a fan at the Final Four last year. Yeah, her name's Vicky, and I saw her in the stands too. So it's just all the love, all the feels, and I'm so happy to be back here.
Coming back here, as somebody who has played for this program, this is a dream for every little girl wanting to come and play at UConn. How would you describe getting to actually do that?
Wow. As I said in my speech, like, it's not something that I really went out to achieve, which is an individual accomplishment, but it's a team effort, and then just to get the respect for all the hard work I put in, and to have my name up there in the rafters among legends, it's just amazing. And to be one of 24, you know, 24 is kind of my lucky number.
There we go.
Kobe, like, hey now.
Meant to be.
Yes.
And you know, you get to see some familiar faces, of course, when you come back, and some of the players in action or players you played with. What would you want them to remember most? And you did tell the crowd this. Why don't you tell the audience?
What I told the crowd was that it's a funny thing. If you look at all of our jerseys, you don't see the last names on the back of our jersey, but it's the name that's written across our chest that really means the most. Okay, Xavier!
First three tonight for fun.
There it is. Turn her up. Turn her up.
You knew she was going to make one eventually.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just a little late in the game than I wanted.
By the way, AZ Fudd was your former roommate.
Yes.
At UConn. She made a comment on social. Everyone had to say their favorite memory of you, and it was beautiful.
Oh,
now AZ,
I was catching a lot of strays with that one.
AZ brought up chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Stealing chicken nuggets. What's that all about?
So I'm a vegetarian, and I make fake chicken nuggets, as she would put it. And she would always, I would make my food, leave it out, which is a red flag for me, because she would just go out and steal it every single time. And I'm like, if you want some, I will make some for you. You don't have to steal mine.
AZ Fudd, good basketball player, bad roommate.
Yeah, a menace of a roommate, but she's a great player.
That's good to know. Don't leave food out in front of AZ.
Right.
No one's safe.
She's a big bag. I know she eats all her veggies, but definitely a big bag.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe she's a vegetarian in disguise that we don't know about. So we're finding new
put her
things
on.
out. We know who the influence is.
Yeah.
All right. What is your best Coach Oriama story?
Oh, man. How much time do we got?
We got 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in this quarter. Have at it.
Man, Coach, he's just a troll for real and a menace at the same time. Best story. I don't know. I remember one time, like, I think I was sitting on the bench and somebody like missed a layup or missed a rebound, and he started yelling at me as if it was my fault. And I'm like, Coach, I'm not even in the game, you're a bro. But no, I think I shared this in one of the interviews. My game against NC State, when it was like triple overtime, I really have a lot of respect for him that game, because he really trusted me in being a leader and kind of carry the team through that game. That was a rough game for us too, because that sent us to the Elite Eight. So it was a really breakout game for me, and it was a really good moment between both, because he said he was super proud of me. So I'll share a good story of Coach.
Man, I feel like when you hear Coach say they're super proud of you, you got to take on that one and hold on to it, right?
Aaliyah Edwards is with us, was inducted into the Huskies of Honor pregame. You're playing in the Unrivaled League down in Miami. You're balling. You're playing outstanding basketball. Where's your game at right now? What is next for you mentally as you go to another professional season?
I'm really proud of where I'm at right now, but I'm not settling. I want to continue to grow, continue to evolve. But, yeah, down Unrivaled, I'm really getting in my bag, and I'm really showcasing that I'm a scorer. So just carrying that on into the W next season. But, yeah, I'm having fun in Miami. Not having fun in this Storrs, Connecticut snowstorm. I did not even bring a jacket. So thank God I got this varsity Huskies of Honor jacket.
You're from Canada. Have you already lost your cool swagger?
Listen, I got island in my blood. So
there we go. You know, something that's so special about going to play in the pros is that you have so many fellow UConn players up there. What's maybe one of the players that are some of the veterans in either the W or in Unrivaled, and what kind of advice that have they given you that's been really helpful in your experience?
Yeah, there's a lot of Huskies, a lot of alumni there that I'm always surrounded by, a lot of great mentors. I think one of the things that Fee shared with me recently was just to continue to be a pro and to be patient in your pursuit. You know, especially at Unrivaled, it's a 3-on-3 league. Everything's happening so fast. But you just got to take your time, play your own game, get to your spots, and compete. And that's something that I've really been locked in and doing. But, yeah, to have Fee down there, P's down there as well. Also, I want to shout out Paige and Nika for the little video contributions during the timeouts. It was so cute. I wish they were here with me, but I just felt all the love. I was like almost going to cry again.
Aaliyah Edwards, thanks so much for stopping by. Best of luck the rest of the winter.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thus.
Draft pick of the Washington Mystics and currently a member of the Connecticut Sun. Former Husky Morgan Tuck is in the house, Connecticut general manager.
Morgan Tuck's also a Husky of honor.
That's right. Another number 3.
There we go.
3 number 3s up in the rafters now. So the fact that Morgan was here meant she approved. I kid, of course. So while Aaliyah joined us, Connecticut has broken it open. It's a 17-5 run in the third.
Kaylee Heckel has played so hard. She drives to the basket hard. She defends hard. That's a hard foul. But I like how aggressive Heckel's been in all areas of her game.
Had 8 points on Saturday against Seton Hall, added 2 steals. Had a career-high 7 rebounds against Xavier at the end of November. It's really rounding into form for Coach Auriemma. He's not playing 5 to 7 players anymore these days. He's got a deep team, a variety of classes up and down the roster. It's not a bunch of juniors and seniors. It's a collection of talent that are on different tracks personally, but he still thinks there's a lot of ceiling for this particular team.
What's impressive about UConn is their defense has been so good from the get-go this season. For most teams, you want to build, get the chemistry working, and then you kind of break the season up into multiple entities, and you want to peak February headed into March. UConn's defense has been so good since November, and the scary thing is, I don't think they've peaked yet. They still have so much potential on offense and defense, and that's coming from a team that is one of the most efficient in the country, shooting more than 53% from the field as a team.
Shea just took the lunch money. Up to Fudd, steps through, missed the layup short. That was unbelievable, that steal. 13 now on the night for Connecticut. They average 15 a game.
Even when UConn hasn't been as efficient scoring the ball at times in this game, it's never affected the defense. They still continue to play hard and make plays defensively.
Zabel was looking for her 6th three-pointer, which would have been a new career high. She tied it earlier for the 3rd time in her career. She's hit has hit the 3 5 times in a game, all against the Musketeers.
I love her shooting form. It is some of the prettiest in the country. The ball barely moves when she gets into that shooting pocket. Easy Fudd also has beautiful form.
Just a rapid release.
So quick. So you can't get out there and contest.
Mid-range pull. Trickles off the iron, offensive rebound, Shade. And that's a foul by Xavier. You know, when the ball, at least the three-point shot, wasn't going in early, Ashlyn Shade was everywhere, darting side to side, making those hustle plays to keep the team engaged.
Shade plays so hard. Another one that will take good open looks. That's a good open in rhythm shot for Ashlyn Shade, but she plays so hard defensively. Those little things that don't get a ton of credit, but play off in big ways.
Zabel with number 6. A new career high for Allie Zabel in threes and in points in a game. Have a night. 18 points. Zabel, she can score from 2, not quite, but she will shoot 2 at the line.
An automatic release. Zabel has been on fire all night long. She's getting open looks by just getting herself into the right spots, into the eyesight of her teammates. Love the bench celebration, by the way. Just makes it so much fun. This UConn team is so connected. You can see also right there, KK Arnold's working on getting the bench orchestrated so they're choreographed properly on some of the celebrations. Lively discussion.
Zabel up to 20. She was just focused on getting the 20 piece. I was dialed in too. My bad.
I'm laughing at KK Arnold over there on the bench.
You love the embrace and the connectivity of the reigning national champs at 21-0. 11-0 in conference play. They've won all of their Big East games by at least 36 points. They beat Xavier by 65 at the end of November. Musketeers, they were in this ball game, down 5 at the end of 1. Shot clock is down to 5. Canerva's hit some threes tonight. Got Zabel in the air. That's a shot clock violation. Let's take a look at the upcoming basketball schedule here on Peacock in women's hoops. In the Big Ten, number 9 Michigan against Indiana tomorrow night, followed by Iowa and USC.
That'll be a good game, Iowa USC. I've been really impressed with the Hawkeyes in Big Ten play. They just continue to not only be staunch offensively, but the defense has been really good for Jan Jensen this year.
Shade drills one. She's in on the act. Second three-pointer for Shade, Connecticut's 11th overall. It's a 25-2 run over the last 7 minutes. It's an avalanche. Pull-up jumper by Young. Rattles it in. Adia Young, the Auburn transfer, 2 years with the Tigers. First year at Xavier under Billy Chambers. And that's a foul as Zabel tightrope the baseline. White checks back in. Coach Auriemma talked to us this morning that it is a challenge. He admitted that, to get the group up for each of these games when you're winning by so many points. And he said you are at the mercy of your players. Strong wants a turn at 3. Rare miss for Strong. She's barely missed tonight from the floor.
In a similar vein, you have to have players that just love to get up and compete no matter who it's against every single day. And that's exactly what the Huskies have, which makes them a Final Four team this season.
And it's a hungry group, too. Strong is fouled. When you consider, we talked about Louisville, a team that could be a surprise Final Four team in your eyes. You go back and look at that game, and Gino Auriemma's on record saying when you replace Paige Beckers, it's like replacing 3 players.
Yeah.
You've got hungry personnel, increased roles. Role acceptance is key, but this is a deep basketball team.
It's a deep basketball team because each player can defend. When they come in off the bench, they are so aggressive defensively. And that's the only way you're going to get playing time here, is if you commit to the defensive side of the ball. There's so much talent offensively. That's a given for UConn. But if you're not going to get in a stance, move on the flight of the ball, dive on the floor for a loose ball, or KYP, know your personnel, then you're going to be knowing your personnel on the bench.
Ayanna Patterson checks in for Sarah Strong, who nets 25 points to match her Big East season high. 10th 20-point game of the season for Strong. Added 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. Heckel to Fudd, pounces in the paint. Shade the dish, Patterson, who just checked in. Shot blocked, try it again, not that time. Ayanna Patterson appears in her 17th game of the year. Sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Young, good-looking stroke, unable to hit. Final seconds of this third quarter. Connecticut has dominated the frame, 29-7. Patterson the screen. Heckel wiggles free. Shade with 4, maneuvers in and scores! Just how she drew it up. Connecticut leads Xavier by 43. We're through 3. We make the turn for home. Fourth quarter is next. It's Big East Hoops on Peacock. Career best.
The question of who's going to step up when both Sarah Williams and Blanca Quinones are out. See Ali Zabel coming in, having career nights. The ability to shoot the 3, her defense has been huge as well for UConn.
Gino Auriemma was fascinated with the 2 bigs out. How would it look out there tonight? And the squad answered the call. Connecticut has 27 buckets, 25 assists. 20-plus assists in each of their last 21 games.
Well, they average more than 24 a game, which leads the nation. Unselfish basketball is really difficult to defend because you have to constantly scramble and pick your poison as the defense. And when UConn moves the ball so quickly, the defense gets completely out of sorts in the rotation.
Phoebe Holmes gets some run for Xavier, 11 in blue. Minerva on the spray, hit a couple of threes in the first half. New 20 for the Musketeers. Noel powers up and in. 10 points for Noel.
The Xavier team is playing much more poised, you can see throughout the course of the season. Even though down big, obviously, against a team like UConn, they've learned a lot since that first game. Keeping it really tight in that first quarter is huge, something to build upon for Billy Chambers' crew. There's still a lot of season left in the Big East.
Arnold, Shade, Zabel, Heckel, and Patterson, the 5 for Coach Oriema. Arnold off the mark. Comes Holmes, who Billy Chambers says is one of the better ball handlers on the team, handles pressure well, tees up a 3 off the back iron. Shade carves out space. Zabel, 7 3-pointers. Ring the Zabel. Defense on the other end as Patterson and Zabel converge.
You've been waiting all night for that.
You might be right. Can't be sure. Shade. Hustle play by Heckel. Zabel, 8, Megan? 8! No one should high-five her. Keep that hand hot.
Well, Allie Zabel is wide open. We're talking all day to pull up a show on Netflix and binge watch open. She does such a good job of getting into the eyesight of her teammates, and that thing is automatic.
Noel bottled up, jump ball.
Heckel did a great job coming over on that double. The ball got brought down low, and she just got in there like the cookie jar.
Could be time for dessert. It's getting late, 8 o'clock start.
I could use a sweet treat.
Holmes getting some run, as we mentioned. Draws Arnold, stop and start. Heckel slashes. Lob pass, Patterson. She's thinking about it. Zabel's made 8. 9 threes. She's in a zone. She can't be stopped. Allie Zabel, the sophomore, 2-time Gatorade Wisconsin Player of the Year. She's running the floor hard. Heckel, 10 threes. Yes! One of 4 Huskies to ever hit 10 3-pointers in a game. Allie Zabel, take a bow. We'll be right back. 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, Allie Zabel is lighting Campbell Pavilion on fire.
Allie Zabel is absolutely unconscious, and when you get into the zone as a shooter, it is so much fun. But perhaps what's even more fun is seeing how excited her teammates are, just trying to get her the ball anywhere she is on the floor at a time. I mean, you could tell how connected this team is, how much chemistry there is on any given night. They want whoever it is who has the hot hand to continue getting opportunities. And Allie Zabel, you have yourself a night.
You need all of your fingers to count them up. 10 3-pointers.
We're going to have to switch to toes next if she keeps shooting like this.
She stays in the game. The program record is 10. One of 4 Huskies to ever hit 10 threes in a game.
It was Kia Nurse,
who was a deadly shooter and still is to this day. Loose ball poached by Arnold. Zabel has the ball. She's playing with so much joy. There might be nerves. That's how much fun she's having.
I want to remind you, Ali Zabel did not start out the season shooting great from three. In fact, I think at one point she was shooting like 20% from beyond the arc. But look, stats early on do not indicate ability by any means. Zabel was recruited as a great shooter, and it's shown off tonight. I mean, are you kidding me? 10 threes? She gonna, nope, didn't let it pop again.
Hackle runs out of real estate and time. Can feel how antsy the crowd is. In 9 days, the Winter Olympics kicks off with the opening ceremony. Join the celebration at NBC and Peacock. Arnold subs out, first minutes of the night for Khalees Fisher, the freshman from Baltimore.
She does not like it to be the DMV, by the way, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia. But technically, that is the DMV.
Or how some people say it, Baltimore. Noel pestered. Xavier being outscored 12-2 in these first 5 minutes of quarter number 4.
The defensive intensity has not dropped off at all. It's what got UConn this massive lead. Because get this, Brendan, it's actually not at 28 rebounds a team right now. It's not like UConn's getting more physical on the boards, but they've been so pesky defensively that Xavier has not been able to get into any offensive rhythm throughout the course of this game.
Which is a good sign. Last Big East rebounding team in terms of margin is Xavier. So they've battled on the glass. They've had some offensive rebounds tonight. Ali Zabel's hit 10 threes. It's tied for the most in program history. Entry pass, Al-Alfi wrapped up by Holmes. It's the first Xavier foul in the fourth. If you're just joining the action, Ali Zabel, sophomore of Connecticut, has hit 10 threes, one of 4 Huskies to ever do that. Connecticut shorthanded tonight as well with injuries to Blanca Quinones and Sarah Williams. Zabel's in the deep corner. They'll go to Al-Alfi, in and out on the layup. Pushed ahead to White, off the fingertips, out of bounds. Turnover number 32 for Xavier. Now, if you're Billy Chambers, you're like, we're not letting her get it, right? There's some pride on the Xavier side. But do all you can, because UConn started the game 0 for 10 as a team from 3. They couldn't find the bottom of the net. There was a lid on the hoop. And since, Connecticut is 15 of 24. And as Megan mentioned, the bench has been electric. They have enjoyed every second of this.
Great teams have great chemistry, and it starts with not caring who's getting the credit, who has the hot hand, celebrating everybody. It's about playing for the name on the front of the jersey, not the back, and that's, you know, been kind of a lost narrative as a society. We've kind of lost the plot in terms of, all right, who's scoring the big points and wants to brag about it, but did you win the game? And at the end of the day, you're remembered for winning championships, not for scoring 31 times in a game. And that's something that this UConn team really understands.
Well, Zabel last season came off the bench in 33 games, hit 22 threes for the reigning champions. Comes Fisher, drives to the basket, offensive foul. You look at program history for Connecticut, so many championships as we know, 12 titles, 24 Final Fours, 6 perfect seasons. They've been dominant in the Big East. 57 consecutive wins, have won every regular season and tournament title since rejoining the league in 2020. Good hands by Fisher. Stays Xavier, ball 15 on the shot clock.
Even Fisher's coming off the bench, finally getting some minutes, and she's playing so hard defensively. And that's the standard for this UConn program.
Huskies have lived up to their resume to this point, and then some. In terms of their defensive statistics, offensively, just 1 point away from matching their season average. New 20, Noel. We come up on 3 minutes to go. El Alfie makes the grab, floats it up and in. Good feeling for El Alfie after a couple of missed layups.
Well, these are good minutes for El Alfie, who hasn't played as many minutes this season with the addition of Sarah Williams to the starting lineup. But you got to always stay ready. You never know when situations are going to happen. Injuries happen. You always have to be ready for your number to be called.
She knows that. Started the national title game. Zabel for two this time. She wants to get three the old-fashioned way. 34 for Ali Zabel.
And appropriately playing. This girl is on fire in the arena. Ali Zabel, a little bit of contact, takes it, gets it to the rim. Look, she's going to get 3 points somehow, whether it's going to be at the rim in an and one or from beyond the arc. That's how she's thinking right now.
Well, she's human, everybody. 34 points. 10 of 14 from three. The irony is we went to Connecticut shoot-around this morning, and Coach Oriema said, well, with Williams and Quinones out, maybe Fudd, maybe Strong, they'll get more shot volume. Team leader in field goal attempts, Ali Zabel. Team ball. Neves jumper, good.
Nice
Denise
job
Neves.
by Neves staying patient on that finish as well, deep into the shot clock. Anybody in a UConn jersey, by the way, would be starting on any other team in America likely. That's how much talent this team has.
El Alfie, scoop shot, no. Oh, board, yes! Asserts herself on the block. The stage is set for Super Bowl 60. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks take on Drake May and the Patriots for the Lombardi Trophy. It's Super Bowl 60, Sunday, February 8th on NBC and Peacock. (95-37). Up next for Connecticut, a date with number 15 Tennessee, Sunday afternoon in Hartford at People's Bank Arena.
That is going to be a fascinating matchup. Tennessee plays a ton of bodies. They press. They shoot a ton of threes. They like to get teams playing all out of sorts and converting points off turnovers. UConn's going to have to be super disciplined against the Lady Vols.
There's the upcoming schedule. Lady Vols have won 7 in a row, 6-0 in the SEC, and Zabel is done for the night. Amazing performance. The fourth Husky to ever net 10 three-pointers.
It's like a video game number.
That's wild. And that's like playing an NBA video game or a WNBA video game, and it's on easy mode.
Which is the mode I need when I play those video games, because I only know like the X button is shoot, and half of the time it's from half court. And that's how Ali Zabel played.
Took advantage of opportunities. And given her night, she hit 10. The team started 0 for 10, which makes the stat even more impeccable.
And the team shot 44% from three at the end of the day.
Open lane. Givens, no. El Alfie the rebound. By the way, the 34 points for Zabel, the most by a Connecticut player in any game this year. What a treat it was to watch tonight. Dominance continues. Number 1 Connecticut improves to 22-0, 12-0 in conference play. You can't get tired of this team. The efficiency off the charts, and an all-time performance by sophomore Ali Zabel. 10 three-pointers made to tie a program record.